Dallas Cowboys defensive end Marshawn Kneeland has died at the age of 24, and newly released police footage is now revealing the intense and chaotic final hours leading up to the discovery of his body. The details emerging from the dash cam and body-worn cameras show a night filled with desperation, confusion, and frantic efforts by both officers and loved ones trying to find him. What had started as a high-speed chase soon turned into a large-scale search operation, one that unfolded across fields, office parks, drainage tunnels, and wooded areas. These new details are providing the clearest picture yet of what happened on the night authorities found him. The Texas Department of Public Safety released the footage, showing that everything began around 10:33 p.m. On November 5th, when a trooper attempted to stop a Dodge Charger speeding along the Dallas North Tollway. At that moment, police did not know the person behind the wheel was Neland. They believed the car might have been stolen. Instead of slowing down, the driver accelerated rapidly. The patrol car's dashboard camera captured the Charger flying ahead, pushing speeds well over 140 miles per hour, with some troopers estimating it surged closer to 160. The pursuit instantly escalated into one of the most dangerous chases officers had seen that night. The high-speed chase ended when the Charger crashed into a Ford F-350 truck near an office park in Frisco. The collision was powerful, leaving the truck's driver visibly shaken. In the body cam footage, she explains to officers that she saw the car approaching rapidly in her rearview mirror before it slammed into her vehicle. When officers reached the Charger, they discovered it had been abandoned. Inside, they found an empty holster, prompting immediate concern. The driver appeared to have fled on foot, and they believed he might still be carrying a weapon. Still unaware that the suspect was Neland, police launched a massive search. Officers spread through the nearby office park, wooded areas, and surrounding fields. The footage shows them running between buildings using flashlights, shouting warnings, and trying to track footprints or movement in the darkness. A passerby told one of the troopers that he had seen a man running through a field moments earlier. The trooper quickly jumped into the man's car and had him drive to the spot. But by the time they arrived, the suspect had already disappeared into the night. From there, the search expanded dramatically. Officers fired pepper balls into underground drainage tunnels, believing the suspect might be hiding there. The thick clouds from those rounds fill the tunnels in the footage, where officers repeatedly shout commands to come out with hands visible. A K-9 team swept the area, and at one point, a drone was sent inside the tunnel system to detect movement. Every time officers followed a lead, it ended in another dead end. The frustration and urgency are unmistakable in the body cam recordings. It was during this search that officers located a car connected to Neland and discovered his girlfriend, Catalina Mancera, sitting inside. She was immediately placed in handcuffs and put in the back of a patrol car while officers tried to understand her connection to the case. In the footage, she appears distressed, shaking, and struggling to explain what she knew. Officers later said that at first she did not openly identify her relationship to Neland, likely overwhelmed by fear. But once she confirmed who she was, officers realized the seriousness of the situation and that this was no longer a case involving a stolen vehicle. Around this time, officers learned from family members that Neland had sent emotional goodbye messages earlier in the evening. Loved ones had contacted authorities, begging them to find him as quickly as possible. The mood among officers shifted immediately. What had started as a criminal pursuit now became a race against time to locate someone who might be in emotional distress. In the body cam recordings, an officer is heard telling colleagues that Neland was an NFL player and that his family feared for his safety. Catalina, still in the back of the police car, tried calling him repeatedly. She also attempted to call his agent, hoping someone could reach him. Officers said that once she began cooperating fully, she did everything she could to help them locate him. But the search area was large, filled with wooded patches, construction zones, office lots, and isolated structures. Officers continued scanning every possible hiding place, walking shoulder to shoulder through dark fields and climbing into areas barely lit by street lamps. Hours passed. By around 1 a.m. on November 6th, officers finally confirmed that the driver of the Charger was indeed Marshawn Kneeland. Just minutes later, officers directed their search toward portable structures around the office park. And at approximately 1:30 a.m., They discovered Neland's body inside a portable toilet near the scene of the crash. The footage shows officers approaching quietly and then radioing in the confirmation. The loud, chaotic search suddenly turned silent. News of Neland's death spread quickly the following morning, shocking teammates, coaches, fans, and members of the NFL community. At just 24 years old, Neland had been considered a rising star, a powerful defensive end known for his discipline, his dedication to training, and his big personality in the locker room. Friends described him as someone who always tried to bring energy to the team and who treated people with kindness. Teammates were devastated, with many sharing messages calling him a brother, a motivator, and a player who gave everything to the sport. Catalina later posted a heartbreaking message online, writing that she still expected him to walk through the door and telling him that she would see him again one day. She also revealed the most painful detail of all: she is pregnant with their child. The Cowboys later confirmed that a memorial fund had been established to support her and the baby. As more details come out through the footage, the tragedy has sparked discussions about mental and emotional pressures faced by athletes. It has also raised concerns about how quickly situations can escalate when someone is struggling internally, especially when their pain is not visible from the outside. Neland's final hours were filled with fear, confusion, and attempts from loved ones to help him, yet everything unfolded too fast for anyone to intervene in time. The footage also shows the emotional impact on the officers. Many of them had spent hours searching through dangerous areas, convinced they were trying to save someone's life. When the search ended, several officers can be seen standing quietly, absorbing the weight of the moment. The sudden shift from frantic urgency to heartbreaking finality is unmistakable. As the NFL community continues to grieve, fans are remembering Neland not only for his athletic ability, but for the warmth he showed outside the game. Many have shared stories of meeting him at events where he would treat every child, every parent, and every supporter with respect. Coaches have discussed his drive to improve. Friends have spoken about his humor and his generous spirit. And thousands of fans have posted messages saying his loss has left a hole that cannot be filled. The release of this footage does not answer every question, but it does allow the public to understand the intensity of the search, the fear in the voices of those who cared about him, and the overwhelming sense of urgency that defined his final night. It reminds everyone watching that even those who seem strong, talented, and successful can carry heavy emotional burdens behind closed doors. Marshawn Kneeland's death is a tragedy that touches not only the world of sports, but anyone who has ever watched someone struggle quietly or felt overwhelmed themselves. The details emerging now are painful, but they also honor the truth of what happened in those final hours, giving clarity to the community that loved him and helping people understand how much he was fighting inside. As teammates mourn the loss of a promising young player, as Catalina prepares for a future without him while carrying their child, and as fans try to process the sudden loss of someone they admired, one message grows stronger with each passing day: the need for compassion, for understanding, and for recognizing emotional struggles before they reach a breaking point.